Today, guess what? We're going to talk about how to make the perfect cup of coffee. See? In case you didn't notice, the perfect espresso. Now, as always in my presentations, because I am the French chef, well, in this case, I'm the Italian coffee maker, I want to show you how we prepare everything, all the moving parts and not so moving parts, to have a perfect presentation. Now, I want to explain all these things to you. First of all, we're not going to use this today, but if you want to make a real espresso, you use this machine here, and you fill this with coffee, see? You shove it in here. Oops, there's one in there already. See? You fill this with coffee, and then you put this on here like that, and it clicks. But we're not going to use this machine today. But I just want to tell you that you can get a machine like this for about 70 euros. But if you go to the flea market, you might get it for 10 euros, 10 bucks. So we bought this for 10 bucks at the flea market, and I've had it for 15 years. Works fine. To clean it, you throw a little vinegar in it. You let it do its thing, its boil, and then you put in 2 or 3 times water, and now it's good for another 10 years because you don't want the calcar buildup in there. But we're not going to even use the espresso machine today. I just wanted to let you know that that's an option. Takes a little longer, but it's very excellent coffee. Now, I wouldn't be true to my audience of four. Wow. I wouldn't be true to my audience unless I had some secrets to tell. Now, many years ago, I entertained a fellow from Africa, and I made him coffee the way Americans do, in kind of that, that automatic machine you buy at the supermarket, and it puts the coffee in a cup. You see it in the restaurants and in the movies all the time. And I poured him the coffee, and I put a little milk in it, and he said, "What the hell is this?" I shouldn't say hell. What the heck is this? This coffee is not coffee. This is brown water. Now, what's the difference between real Italian coffee that you get in Italy and the brown water that you get in the good old USA? Well, there's a big difference. And the big difference is you use a lot more coffee, and you use the right equipment, the right machine. And this is the right machine here. For just one little cup, you can use one of these. This is an Alessi, very expensive, about $100 just for this little stupid pot. But if you're a cheapskate like me, you use the, what is this called again?
Mocha.
A mocha machine, which I can get even brand new in the Chinese store, made out of aluminum, for maybe 10 euros, 10 bucks. All right, so that's the hardware, you might call it. The other hardware is this grinder, see? Now, if you're gonna really do good coffee, you start out with beans. This is like Illy coffee. You can't get anything better than Illy. Second choice, Lavazza. What would be the third choice? Doesn't matter. But don't get that cheap stuff from the the discount supermarket. I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to get sued. But use a good coffee. Illy costs twice as much. Now you put the Illy in here. Now you notice that I always measure everything very carefully. So you put the beans. Oh, obviously some people will just buy ground coffee, and when you open it up and it's fresh, it's okay. But if you want super coffee every time, you want dark roast Italian espresso. Then you put it in your little grinder, see? Now watch this. Amazing. Oh, you hear that? that's the coffee. I mean, that's the sound of delicious. All right, now once you got that made, you put it in your machine here. Now this thing is called whatever it is called, I'm not sure, but it's called a thing that holds the coffee. And you take this thing off the grinder. Ooh, look at that, it's really ground up nice. And you take a measuring spoon, see, like this, and you put the coffee in here. Can you see me doing that? Yeah, you put the coffee in here. Well, I got a little already ground up here, so I'm gonna just go to my already ground up coffee and finish the job. Okay, ooh, there. I spilled a little bit, but doesn't matter. There are special spoons to do this job. And see, this is a special spoon. It comes, and then you're supposed to flatten it out, but don't press it too hard. I used to make the mistake of pressing, but then the water can't come through, so you don't want to press too hard. Now, you know, a video from old Grandpa wouldn't be the same unless I told you some secrets. Now, I learned this from a guy in Senegal. The only people that know this secret are the baristas at Starbucks. I won't say I taught them, but you can use your imagination. So you put in a little anise. Ooh, a little anise. Now, you know, if I was on an adult, then you know what I would say. But it's anise, not the other word. Okay, then cannelle or cinnamon. You put in a little of that. And by the way, this is optional. You can put in any or all of these. And this is cloves. You don't want to put too much cloves in because, boy, that really has a taste. You know, that's cloves. Now, there's one other spice, once again, that's optional. It's called muscade in French. What is it in English?
Nutmeg.
Nutmeg, yes. So you can put a little nutmeg in. I think I'd put a little tiny bit in. Okay, little nutmeg. Oh boy, this is crazy coffee because, you know, you don't usually use all three. Now, here comes one of my many, many secrets. I wouldn't tell this to everybody, but my 4 viewers, they deserve the best, the secrets. Okay, illy coffee, some nice spices. Uh-oh, I almost forgot. Robusta. I put in a little Robusta, and I'm going to put in a little Robusta here. Okay, there we go with our Robusta. Now, you might think that's all you have to do. Nope. See this here? I don't know what this is called, but you mix things with it. Well, it's a shish kebab for a little shish kebab. But anyway, here's another big secret. See, if you don't mix the spices like the cinnamon and the anise and the muscade and all that good stuff, if you don't mix it, you know what happens? It kind of, it bunches together, and you don't get the flavor. You just get hard lumps of cinnamon or whatever the spice you're using. So in this case, I stir it in with the coffee, see? Now, that is how you get the perfect cup of coffee, which is what you want. Okay, now, some people would take some milk. Well, you maybe use a cup. You put some milk in here, maybe that much, and you put that in the microwave. And then, when the milk is done, you take one of these $2 beaters, see? And you mix the milk to get a foam, see? And that's a special kind of coffee called cappuccino. Cappuccino, that's what it's called, cappuccino, see? Because it's like foamy milk in the coffee. But since I'm making this late in the day, and my cameraman is the guy who's going to drink it, He says, I don't want too much caffeine. I don't want no that. I don't want no cappuccino. I want pure, unadulterated coffee. Hear that satisfying click? That's because this is a very expensive machine. All right, so review. 1/3 Robusta, or 20% or a quarter. Well, anyway, a lot less than half. The rest is Illy, or very good coffee. Then your choice of spices. You try them out, one or two, and when you get what you like, when you get it really tasty for your own taste, you are ready to go. Now, we take this, which has the water already in it. I could have put the water in while you're watching, but it's no big deal putting in the water. Okay, then I go over to the stove, and I take this here wonderful automatic lighter. Ooh, look at that. Did you see that? Wow, it makes a flame. And then I turn on the gas. Ooh. And with luck, it goes on. Then I take the coffee. I put it on here. And unless you like waiting for paint to dry and watching that, what we'll do is we'll have a pause until it starts to boil. And then I'll let you hear it boil. And then we'll drink that swell coffee. Oh, I almost forgot. 2 more ingredients that I like. But some people think that's silly stuff. But I take an eggshell, see? I crunch it up real good. And then I put that in the top of the coffee, see? Wow. Ooh, that gives me a really nice taste. And now, what else do I need? Ginger. I won't even make the ginger because the guy who's going to drink this, he doesn't like ginger. Where's my ginger? Ginger! Hey, ginger, come on. Where's that ginger? I need some ginger. Quick, quick. Prop man. Ginger. Okay, I won't really do this. I'll just do kind of a little quick demo. You take one of these things called a grater. That's because they're so great. And then you go, woo! See, that's how it grates. Okay, well, the guy I'm making this coffee for, he says I don't like ginger. So we'll just take a little bit of ginger, because I am not a wasteful person, you know. If you're a wasteful person, you would just throw this out, but not me. I'm not wasteful. Okay, so I put my ginger in there. I would use 3 times as much ginger as I just put in normally, but now, oh, by the way, just to remind you, I'm not getting paid by Starbucks, but I understand that once I have 1 million viewers, I can get sponsored. So this is going to be, I would say, if I wasn't hoping to get sponsored, I'd say my coffee is better than Starbucks. But I'm gonna do an unashamed pitch for sponsorship by Starbucks. I'm gonna say, my coffee that you're gonna taste right now is almost as good as what you'd get at Starbucks. Ha ha! Only kidding. But that's my commercial for today. And now the last and final ingredient. What is that going to be? Well, I'm going to give you 2 things. I never use sugar on anything because I've read that that's unhealthy. So I'm going to put in a 1/2 teaspoon of, in French they call it miel. Guess what that is? Give you 3 guesses. First guess, honey. Right. Okay, so then if you want an unusual flavor, you can do it all by yourself. Now you choose if you want the spices or this, but a couple of drops of vanilla. That's very nice flavor in coffee. And now, as I told you, we're going to wait until this coffee boils. Oh, it started already. We don't have to wait. Okay. Now we're going to come with that machine so you can hear it bubble. It's very romantic. What? I heard it bubbling. It just stopped. Here it is. Wow, wasn't that exciting? I should open it. Woo. Oh, look at that coffee bubbling and boiling. Wow. In a few seconds it will be done. So we'll wait. It'll only be about 30 seconds, but why shall I bore you with 30 seconds of wait? So, oh, see that? See that steam, man? Now, here's the moment you've been waiting for. The moment of truth. Is this coffee going to be the best you ever had in your life? Or is it going to be brown water that the Americans make? Watch this. Oh, look at it. It even has bubbles. Oh, my God. This is the real, well, they don't call this one espresso. They call this mocha. But it's pretty much, I don't know what the hell the difference is between mocha and espresso, but look in there. Look at that. It's nice and dark. And now, that is real coffee, if I say so myself, and I do. Real coffee. Yum, 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 yum. See you tomorrow.